Hello again, 4K friends. Let's talk about our math lesson for today. We have used the mystery bag before, so you know there is something in here that we need to figure out which object matches the attributes to describe what is true about that object. This time, when I pull an object out of this bag, we are going to compare it to this apple. This apple has a little X on it, so we will always know when we pull an object out of my mystery bag, we are going to compare side by side what is different about this apple compared to our object, depending on our attributes. We have 3 attributes when we are going to compare to this apple. So when I pull an object out, we have to decide when it's right next to our apple with the X, is it smaller than my special X apple? Is it the same size as my special X apple? Or is it bigger than my special X apple? These are the attributes: smaller than, the same size, or bigger than. We are talking about size, which is the attribute: is it smaller, the same size, or bigger than my special X apple? Let's take a look, my friends. I'm going to put my special X apple right here so we can take a look each time and compare what's inside our mystery bag. Let's see. Ooh, it's kind of full. Let's see what's in here. Ooh. It's another, what color? Red apple. Now, I noticed that if I compare the color of these 2 apples, they are the same. But when we're comparing size to my special X apple, is this red apple bigger than, the same size, or smaller than my X apple? What do you think? Is it bigger, the same size, or smaller than my X apple? I noticed that it is bigger than my X apple. So I'm going to put it right next to my bigger than attribute card right here. Gonna take another object out of my mystery bag. Let's see. Oh, what color is my apple this time? It is green. Let's compare. Is it smaller than my special X apple? Is it the same size as my special X apple? Or is it bigger than my special X apple? What do you think about this green apple? When I see them next to each other, I notice they are the same size. So I'm going to put my green apple in the same size attribute card area. Let's pull another object out. It's another green apple. It's another green apple. This time, do you think that your green apple is bigger than my special X apple, the same size as my special X apple, or smaller than my special X apple? What do you think when you compare? I think this green apple is smaller than my special X apple. So I will put it in my smaller category, my smaller attribute card. And I notice that the attribute cards kind of go in order. Smaller, the same, bigger than. Smaller than my X apple, the same as my X apple, and bigger than my X apple. Let's do a couple more. What else is in here that we can compare the attribute to? Let's see. It is a red apple. Is this red apple smaller than my X apple, the same size, or bigger than my X apple? I think it is smaller, so it needs to go in my smaller than attribute card area. One more. Let's pick a good one. Whoa! This is a huge green apple. What do you think, my friends? Which attribute should this match? Is my big green apple the same size as my X apple, bigger than my X apple, or smaller than my X apple? What do you think, my friends? It is bigger than my special X apple. Let's see, my friends. Take a look. From our mystery bag, we have 2 apples that are smaller than my X apple. We have 1 apple that is the same size as my X apple. And we have 2 apples that are bigger than my special X apple. You are comparing the size of your apples. Is it smaller, the same, or bigger? Now I have apples because I took it from our apple orchard in our classroom. But you have all different kinds of things in your house or outside that you can compare your attribute sizes to. So I want you, for your lesson, you are going to find your very, very favorite toy. And that is going to be your X apple. You're going to pretend that's your X apple. Then we will set a timer, and you're going to find lots of different things around your house to compare the size to. You have to decide, is this object bigger than my favorite toy? Is it smaller than my favorite toy, or is it the same size as my favorite toy? And I like to keep them nice and close together so that I can compare really close and decide what size matches our comparison. Then I want you to line them all up in that order and compare it. Then send me a picture of how you decided the big line of objects, which one's smaller, the same, or bigger than. And then talk about the different numbers you noticed. Which group has the most? Which group has the least? Are there any that have the same amount? Let me know, my friends. I'm excited to see your pictures. You can text or email them to me so I can see your brain growing super, super huge. Remember, we are comparing sizes in math today. And what do we do when I'm proud of you? Kiss your brain. Do it again. I am so, so proud of you. You are so, so proud of you. I will see you soon, my friends.